Hey, what is up, you guys? You're watching Team APS. I'm with Alex and Alec today, and we're going to give some advice that you can use to get a new, or especially an older player.
Yeah, returning.
Yeah, kind of to return to the game. Get them back into the game.
Get Grandpa back in the game.
Yeah, that's actually a character. Yeah, and just these are like 5 tips that'll kind of help you ease them back in, so you're not just like throwing, a meta deck at them. These are actual tips that should help. So
I remember when Dark Worlds first came back. Buy some packs together. Well, open packs together. Don't make them buy the packs, but open packs. It's kind of crazy just how seeing the cards will start bringing back memories.
yeah, nostalgia is a real thing.
And it's fun just to never know what's inside and open it up and
Yeah, there's always suspense.
something happens.
Plus, like, all those players who are new always have good luck, and like they pull the money cards out of like the first 2 packs they open.
And then you can shark it off of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that card's bad.
Yeah, that's trash. Here, you can have this instead.
Yeah, look at all these super heavy cards. You see them all? You can build a deck out of these.
But yeah, for real, I do think it is helpful. Just because like they don't necessarily have to know what all the new cards do. A lot of times, the job it does is just the nostalgia and them just seeing, whoa, there's like so many new cards, and there's some of these cards are shiny, and some of these, that whole thing.
Shiny.
Yeah, because the funnest thing is getting something shiny out of a pack. Because, commons are all dull looking, but when you get rares, you feel accomplished when you get rares.
And nowadays, don't they put a super in basically every set or every
Supers
pack.
in every pack.
Your friends will always kind of feel good about getting them. And that alone can just make them want to learn how to play again.
Fair.
So how about number 2? Maybe you should watch the anime together.
Yeah, it's always a good one.
The anime has always been a tool to pull people into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it taps into the anime watching audience.
Yeah, that's how most of us learned about this game, right?
True that.
Yeah, of course we didn't know it was anime back then, but that's different.
Yeah, and I think that I would probably recommend Duel Monsters just because that's what people kind of resonate with the most. That's probably what they saw as Yugi, not, Yuma, right?
But
Not-
I mean,
probably
if
not
you want to
Yusei.
get them to where the game, like if you want to play the current game, I mean, you gotta show them brains.
Oh
Yeah.
that's gonna have to happen, isn't it?
Brains.
I gotta say, it is one of those things where it's kind of tough to get into the game learning, like watching the new animes, just because you'll see more of like the relevant cards, but the characters and the stories and the colors are all just a little too much.
So I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know.
get over how awkward
What-
it is to say brains.
When you get into for instance Arc 5, it does a good job at showing you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And also it introduces you to a very standard good deck that became better over time in Performance Pals.
Yeah, things like that. It can give them good deck ideas. Yeah, I think that's a good point. The newer animes kind of have archetypes, so that might show them, oh, I like, this archetype, this character in the show, Black Wings, I want to build that.
Or you watch Zexo. I want to build Crash Bugs.
Yeah.
Why?
My next tip is
Number
to
3, guys.
Yeah, bring them to a Yu-Gi-Oh event. Whether it's locals or going to regional especially, I think that usually when people quit Yu-Gi-Oh, it tends to be sometime in maybe like middle school or junior high, high school, something like that. And they usually quit because they think everyone else quit.
That's what I quit.
Yeah.
I had no friends that play anymore, so I stopped.
And so they have this idea in their head that like, oh, well, no one plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I like it, but no one plays it, so I don't want to play anymore. But when you take them to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event and show them that like, there's an entire community, right? Like,
A small army.
Yeah, it opens up their eyes.
you can see
Something
like people
like
do
that.
play this. And I think that even just seeing the play mats, because that's usually something people aren't used to. They're used to playing with just their cards and rubber band or something.
Or the paper mat that comes with the
The
starter decks.
sleeves.
Yeah, seeing the sleeves, the play mat, people like having organized tournaments and, deck
people's
boxes and all this
binders.
stuff. Yeah, a trade binder is always a
They're
good one.
beautiful things.
But the best event to take them to? Sneak peek.
So they can get sharked for everything that they've opened.
So you can shark them from everything.
And they'll thank you for it.
They'll think that you're doing them a favor.
Really horrible people. We really are. But yeah, bringing people to a Yu-Gi-Oh event I think is just a good way to kind of let them know that people still play this game, people still like this game, it's fun.
So number 4.
Wow.
Let's go out and buy the structure decks.
Yeah, structure decks do a sealed duel, I think. With structure is a much better thing than like tossing them a Zodiac deck or like tossing them, especially like, you know, nowadays the meta decks are so complicated, so just crazy. A structure deck is good for a lot of reasons.
They're not bad anymore.
All you gotta do is read the front, read the back, look at the book for 5 seconds, shuffle the decks, and go.
Yeah, I agree. The structure decks all have not entirely linear, but you've got a goal, a boss monster you're trying to get out, and it's easier to play that way.
With decent reprints, so they're getting some value out of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
look, don't tell them what a reprint is. They're not ready for that yet. Just they have decent cards.
And
They can turn into pro players. You know, they get that Monarch structure deck, and
yeah,
now
3
they're
ABC decks or
top
whatever.
tier. Oh yeah, ABC.
Speaking of that, a lot of structure decks have been released in pairs lately, like the Yugi and Kaiba structures and the recent Dino and Machine structures, where you can get one and they get the other, and you can just
Magnet
play.
Warrior ABC.
That's pretty cool. I love it.
And you can have that. So yeah, I think that's actually a really good way to get people, ease them in without just having to toss like an expensive thing at them.
True that.
And finally, if you want to get someone in the game, if you see they like to play phone games a lot, there's always playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
With no monsters left on the field, summon Dark Magician, declare direct attack.
I'm not sure you can do that. That's an app, someone's ad campaign.
Ah well.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
Duel Links is a thing. Disclaimer: I actually don't play a lot of Duel Links, but I do know the basics of it. Right?
It's extremely popular.
It's kind of a simplified, like 3 monsters, 3 spell and traps.
Yeah.
4,000 live.
Yeah, stuff like that. And it doesn't have a lot of the new cards, but it's still got the old stuff people remember.
And that's what the people want, man.
Yeah, I saw somebody go crazy over getting their hands on a lycanthrope.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah,
no,
cards
that's
like that
that's
are
okay,
actually
I
probably
guess.
considered really good in that game.
Launcher Spider.
Ooh, launch a spider.
But yeah, in Duel Links, it's definitely a good way to kind of get them back into the swing of things. The rules are still the same rules, just simpler cards.
Dan Green is there.
Yeah,
That's
that
all
has
the
voice
reason I
acting.
need.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's just one of those things where if they like phone games, it's a good one. And then you can move them on to like the Wygo Pro app. You know, it's actually the game. So,
Paul, I got one more tip.
I'm listening.
So, our last tip on how to bring how to bring people into Yu-Gi-Oh! There are a wealth of Yu-Gi-Tubers online right now.
That's
and
true.
they have good information that can bring you into the game.
And
I'll just
they-
list some off. Team APS. Just watch all those videos. Give them a like, a subscribe, a comment.
Yeah, this one
show
look
2
nice.
friends.
Just binge them.
And you've got
Look 'em
somebody in the
every
game. Friends for life.
Yeah, it's perfect.
We'll always be there for you.
That's your bonus tip. See, we gave you extra value for money.
Yeah, that's 5 plus 1.
So yeah, those are some tips, ways to get an older player back into the game. Let us know in the comments though, how else have you, found your old school players and gotten them back in? What would you suggest for people who are trying to do that? Let us know in the comments below, and you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Twitter, you can check out sponsor stuff down in the description, TCG Player. And yes, without further ado, we will set a card.
Pass turn.
Bye guys.